I'm starting case number 1. A 26-year-old woman presents with a positive pregnancy test and brown vaginal discharge. 3 weeks ago, she was diagnosed with an incomplete miscarriage. 3 weeks ago, she was diagnosed with an incomplete miscarriage at 9 weeks gestation, which was medically managed with misoprostol. She was given misoprostol. Examiner is saying this is a 26-year-old lady. She complained of brown vaginal discharge. Her pregnancy test was positive, so we will not waste our energy in diagnosing whether she is pregnant or she is not pregnant. 3 weeks ago, she was diagnosed with incomplete miscarriage at 9 weeks gestation. Examiner has further said that incomplete miscarriage was diagnosed. Examiner has further said that she was given misoprostol for its management. She reports passing big clots the day after and lightly bleeding since. She was given misoprostol. Misoprostol causes cervical ripening as well as uterine contraction. मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, my loving student, misoprostol acts on uterus as well as on cervix. It causes uterine contractions as well as cervical ripening. Fine. This is why she has started passing these big clots and lightly bleeding since. An ultrasound scan reports a heterogeneous appearance of the endometrial cavity suspicious of retained products of conception. Examiner has declared this as well, that ultrasound also showed that some products are retained inside. Her heart rate, let us have a look at the vitals examiner is giving us. Heart rate is 102, blood pressure 102/78. So she is having tachycardia and she is having mild hypotension also. And temperature 37.9. So she is almost afebrile. Abdominal examination reveals a tender abdomen with cervical excitation on vaginal examination. Which of the following is the most appropriate next step in this patient's management? So this is the last line of this question, which is saying which of the following is the most appropriate next step in this patient's management. So after going through the whole story, if you read the last line first, you will see what examiner is asking. Examiner is asking what is the most appropriate next step in this patient's management. So examiner is talking about management number 1 and most appropriate next step in its management. So be very careful. Examiner is not asking you anything best. While solving these kind of questions, you should be very careful whether this is the first step or the best management. This is the most appropriate next step in what? Next step in management. And what this story is all about? This story is all about an incomplete abortion which examiner has written. Examiner has clearly written everything. Once abortion occurs, there is history of brown discharge. In missed abortion, she usually remains asymptomatic. But मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, what is the reason of this brown discharge? What is the reason of this brown vaginal discharge? मेरे बच्चे जानते हैं, whenever there is a word brown vaginal discharge, you diagnose abortion instantaneously. Why? Because of thromboplastin. This brown discharge is because of thromboplastin, and thromboplastin is released from dead fetus and dead placenta. This is why color of amniotic fluid in intrauterine fetal demise is tobacco colored, blackish brown. So whenever there is IUFD, intrauterine fetal demise, what is the color of amniotic fluid? Tobacco colored, brownish black. That tobacco brown black is due to thromboplastin, which is released by dead fetus and dead placenta. So brown discharge, incomplete abortion. Brown discharge, abortion has occurred. Further, examiner has himself said that abortion has occurred, she has passed pieces. Examiner has said that ultrasound was also done. Examiner declared everything. Examiner is not asking you what could be other possibilities of questions here. Other possible questions here could be, examiner could have stopped here only. She is giving history of brown vaginal discharge. and then examiner might not have written the word incomplete miscarriage. Examiner could write, she reports passing few clots and light bleeding since. What is most likely? MCQ number 1. Examiner could just say a 26-year-old woman. A 26-year-old woman. Let's discuss what are other possible questions here. A 26-year-old woman presents with a positive pregnancy test. She presents with a positive pregnancy test and brown vaginal discharge. What is most likely? Chocolate question. Most likely is missed abortion. MCQ term. 3 weeks ago, she was diagnosed with an incomplete miscarriage at 9 weeks gestation. Examiner has cleared everything. This is incomplete. 3 weeks ago, she was diagnosed with an incomplete miscarriage at 9 weeks gestation. MCQ number 2 here. After these 3 lines only, MCQ number 2 could have been, what should be the next step in her management? What should be the next step in her management? The only MCQ is whatever I have underlined. A 26-year-old woman presents with a positive pregnancy test and brown vaginal discharge. 3 weeks ago, she was diagnosed with an, examiner is not writing incomplete miscarriage. If not writing, what is the most probable diagnosis? Missed abortion. If examiner is writing 3 weeks ago, she was diagnosed with an incomplete miscarriage at 9 weeks gestation, MCQ, another MCQ, what would be the next step? Next step would be giving her a medical abortion, which is combination of mifepristone and misoprostol. But here examiner has not asked it. Examiner has written that she was given misoprostol. And examiner has further written what happens after giving misoprostol. She has started passing clots, she has started bleeding. Now examiner is asking, although she has started passing clots, although she has started bleeding, but here examiner is saying an ultrasound scan reports a heterogeneous appearance of endometrial cavity suspicious of retained products of conception. So examiner is saying some products are retained inside, so this is incomplete abortion. Then examiner is asking what is the next step in its management. मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, you know very well what is the management of incomplete abortion? Suction evacuation. What is the management? Suction evacuation. Now what would be the next step? She has already taken medical abortion. So what would be the next step now? The best one. The best one is surgical evacuation of products of conception. So our answer is D, surgical evacuation of products of conception. प्यारे प्यारे बच्चों, answer is surgical evacuation of products of conception because she has already taken medical abortion. If this story didn't say that she was given misoprostol, then next step would have been medical abortion, mifepristone plus misoprostol. But because she has received everything, now what we do, we take out everything by suction evacuation. You remember our medical abortion protocol? Tablet mifepristone 200 milligram on day 1. After 48 hours, tablet misoprostol. It depends on whether it is up to 7 weeks or between 7 to 9 weeks. Up to 7 weeks, 400 microgram misoprostol, either orally or vaginally. Between 7 to 9 weeks, 800 microgram misoprostol. 800 microgram, only vaginally. Abortion usually occurs in 1 week. But if it doesn't occur, we go for suction evacuation to take out any retained product of conception. This is all about medical abortion. Now, what could be another MCQ here? Examiner could make this MCQ little more tough. How? Examiner could stop here, beta. Examiner could stop here. Examiner could have given this MCQ like this. A 26-year-old woman presents with positive pregnancy test and brown vaginal discharge. Fine. She reports passing big clots. An ultrasound scan reports a heterogeneous appearance of endometrial cavity. That's all. Examiner stops here. Examiner doesn't write this line, which is suspicious of retained products of conception, means examiner does not want to give you any clue whether this is an incomplete abortion. Examiner stops here, beta. An ultrasound scan reports a heterogeneous appearance of the endometrial cavity. What is most likely? Your answer will be incomplete abortion. Because brown vaginal discharge, abortion has occurred. Positive pregnancy test. Examiner could give it is 8 weeks or 9 weeks of pregnancy. Then what is most likely? Incomplete abortion. Examiner could make this question more tough. This question can be framed in tomorrow's INI-CET, Institute of National Importance Combined Entrance Test, which is going to be held tomorrow, 20th November 2020, which is clubbing of AIMS, PGI, JIPMER and NIMHANS. So that will happen tomorrow. Tomorrow the MCQ which may be asked regarding this abortion would be, examiner will just stop here. She reports passing big clot the day after and light bleeding since. Given is the ultrasound image. That's all. Given is the ultrasound image of this patient. What is most likely? Examiner will not write anything beyond. This kind of MCQ will be asked in tomorrow's INI-CET examination. Just examiner will put the ultrasound image like this. Examiner will put the ultrasound image like this, and I will tell you what kind of image may be given. So we should also be very careful what kind of image can be put here. Examiner can give you this image. Look here. Examiner will give you this image and will just ask you what is most likely, and this will be marked by an arrow here. What is most likely? My loving students, try to recognize this ultrasound image. This is the cervical canal which is continuing as endometrial canal. This cervical canal which is continuing as endometrial canal, and you can see what is there in this endometrial cavity. What's present in this endometrial cavity, if you can make out very clear, what is present here? In this endometrial cavity, let me emphasize you. What is present in this endometrial cavity? Look here. These are all retained products of conception. This is that heterogeneous mass what examiner is talking about. So either only this image can be given. What is most likely? Then your diagnosis will be incomplete abortion, looking at this heterogeneous mass which is clearly indicating retained products of conception according to this history of patient. What history, beta? She is pregnant. 9 weeks may be written, 8 weeks may be written, urine pregnancy test positive or pregnancy clearly written. Then brown vaginal discharge. This brown vaginal discharge is due to thromboplastin, which is released by dead fetus and dead placenta. MCQ will be what is most likely. Answer would be incomplete abortion. Another MCQ can be framed. What would be the next step? Next step, you can give medical abortion. If examiner writes she has already received mifepristone and misoprostol, and even after receiving those drugs, the picture is like this, that endometrial cavity shows something inside, what would be the next step? Suction evacuation. You need to take out everything. Fine, beta? Now, okay, so this is a picture of incomplete abortion as it clearly shows residual placental tissue. So answer to our case number 1 is surgical evacuation of products of conception. Fine, beta? You know what? This is incomplete abortion. Let me show you various other images of abortion. What is this, beta? Let's revise them quickly. What's this? What is this, beta? Come on, everyone. What is this? Come on, everyone. Just tell me. What is this? Look at this. This is the empty sac. This is the empty sac. This is gestational sac. Empty sac, beta. There is no embryo in it. Empty sac means blighted ovum. An embryonic sac. When do you call it blighted ovum? When mean sac diameter is more than 25 mm, either 25 mm or more than 25 mm, and no embryo is seen, that is called blighted ovum. And what is a missed abortion? Missed abortion is, what is a missed abortion? Have a look. When you see an embryo, but you are not able to see any cardiac activity. Have a look here. What is this beta? You can see embryo. Examiner can give you a picture like this. You can see this ultrasound waves, ultrasound beam is passing through this embryo. And what is here? In fetal heart tracing, you can see a flat line. And when you call it a missed abortion, when CRL is either 7 mm or more than 7 mm and no cardiac activity is seen, that is called missed abortion. So this is how we can differentiate whether this is a blighted ovum or a missed abortion.